Hello everyone, Ed Moses here, and welcome to Project Mindset. And you know, Project Mindset, it's just a better way. When I came up with the whole idea, the whole concept of Project Mindset, my goal was to help people find a better way and create a better lifestyle for themselves just through a mindset change. And you know, it's something I've worked on for a long time, and it's something that I'm really proud of. And you know, I used to be the kind of guy that I couldn't get much work done. I worried a lot about the future. For some reason, I always was more concerned about the future than what was going on at the present time. And I had a hard time, you know, budgeting my day, because what would happen was all these little things that in life that would keep coming up, you know, like the simple things like, you know, doing the laundry, maybe doing some dishes, making food, just checking emails, just stupid, simple things that come up during the day. And what would happen was, because these were simple, easy things that I could get done and over with, I would spend a lot of my time doing these things. And the thing that I really needed to do, for some reason I would never get around to it. I would keep putting it off. I mean, there was times when I would actually do things like at midnight. It's like I finally got to it. It's like, wow, this is the important stuff. And I put it to the very end, when it should have been one of the first things I did, or one of the important things that I got done that day. And for some reason I couldn't get that into a structure. Well, you know, being, you know, the project mindset ideal, I've always had this notion that there's a better way for things. And, you know, I thought about it, and, you know, I did a lot of reading over the years and learned from a lot of great people, spiritual leaders, business leaders. And I come to the realization that there is enough time in the day. It's just how you spend that time is what really correlates to whether you get done what needs to be done or not. And what I started to realize was I needed to restructure my foundation and stop worrying about a future date. Stop worrying about something out in the future that I have no control over. I mean, I am not in the future. You are not in the future. You are only right here, right now, at the present time. So the only time that anything will ever get done is right now. So when you tell yourself, well, I'm going to do this and get to that later, at a future date, and then you're worried about all this other stuff that's out in the future you have no control over, what happens is the things that you need to get done never get done, because you're so concerned about other things. And you structure your day in such a way where you're worried about that future time, but you're not doing anything about that future time to help it. And when you understand that you have no control over the future, you don't. You just don't have any control over that time. The only time you have control is right now. This is the time when you can change what needs to happen to restructure that other date in the future. So starting right now, you have to come up with the idea, what is it that I need to get done right now? What is the most important thing I need to do right now? And that's what you need to work on. And that's how I started to realize, you know, the importance of getting things done, by asking myself, what is the most important thing? And because I realized that I can't control the future, I can only control what I'm doing right now. What you do right now will change that future, even though you don't have control over it, and you can't predict the future. Because remember, the conscious mind does not have any way of predicting the future. The only thing the conscious mind can do is take from past experience or mental experience stories that you've created in your head. And your mind does believe these stories, by the way. That is why a lot of times you structure yourself in such a way where you actually believe what you told yourself in your head, or these other stories people have told you over the years that, oh, why this doesn't work, or why this will happen. So you gotta erase all these things and concern yourself at this present time, at this present moment. And when you start doing that, what will happen for you is you will start getting things done. You will start to see results. And here's the other thing that will happen for you. When you accept this present moment as it is, once you accept this present moment as it is, what will happen is you will work from a positive perspective, because you will understand that this moment is as it is. There is nothing at this moment you can do that is any different than this moment. So what will happen is, while you do those important things, you process these important things that need to be done at this moment, you will process them in such a way where your mind will be in a positive happenstance, and you will think about things in a different way. And what this will do for you, it will open a new door. It will open the door to a successful life of abundance for you. Because no longer are you struggling with a future time or the future moment. What I should say is you're not struggling, worrying about the future by struggling with a present moment. Because it seems that so many of us are so worried about what's going to happen, we forget about what needs to happen right now. And so what this will do, like I said, it'll put you in a positive perspective. And once you're in that positive perspective, it actually engages and synchronizes things in such a way where you actually get things done, and you'll get things done successfully. Because you will be in a different state of mind. You will be in a state of mind of positivity. And what this creates is a synchronization that most of us are missing. You know, it just makes sense. You know, over the years, like I've said, you know, I've always looked for a better way of doing things, a better way of structuring my life, because I always know, or always knew, that life is not really a struggle. We create a struggle for ourselves, and we accept that struggle. Well, you don't have to accept that struggle. What you do need to accept, however, is that at this time you can find another way of doing the same things that you're doing, but doing them in a way that is going to work in a more productive manner. And by accepting the present time as what it is, you can actually concentrate on this moment, be more productive, and get those things done. And you know, the thing that always bugged me, everybody for a long time, they would talk about, oh, this multitasking crap, you know. Well, multitasking you know, that's great, I guess, if you're working for a company, but you know, these companies, what happened over the years, they wanted less people working for them, and they gave them more work to do. So the better multitasking you are, the more productive you were for the company. But the problem with multitasking is that you're not focused on one thing. You're focused on many things, which makes it hard to get any one thing done in a very good manner. And you know, you might be right in the middle of something, and next thing you know, you get an interruption. You have to change your focus, and now you've got to focus on that. Try to come back to the other thing that you were focused on and actually get back into that state where you were. Well, that's not easy to do. And that's why the multitasking thing doesn't work right. It's a very, very bad structure. And that is why having a home business, and why I run my home business in such a way where I concentrate on what it is at that time that I want to get done, that most important thing to me on my tasks that I need to get done. And I concentrate that. I put all my effort on that. I focus on that. So that when I'm done with it, without interruptions, I have exactly what it is, the way it should be, and it's done in a positive structure because I accepted the present time for doing it, which helps create a better future time for me, which, of course, as you know, we are not in the future. We're right now. You can't change the future unless you do something right now. So that pretty much sums up what I'm working with here. And you know, when I went out and created Project Mindset, it was my ideas were to inspire people for a better way of doing things. And you know, how it inspires you, well, that's up to you, and that's totally however you decide and choose to do it. And I just know that Project Mindset is a better way. And through Project Mindset, I hope I can inspire you and help you to create a better way for yourself. And you know, I enjoyed making this video for you, and I'm glad you took the time to watch this video, because I will be making another one real soon, and I will see you in that video. Talk to you soon now. Bye.